A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the 9th virtual convocation of IIIT-Delhi. The convocation ceremony is about to start. The academic procession starts with the procession song.
सच की डगर सच की डगर मुश्किल हो चाहे सफर तुझको लगे ना डर ऊंचा हो सर.
At the start of any convocation, it is traditional to have an invocation song. This year, we have decided to have an invocation song, Hai Junoon, from the New York. The song has been selected as a request from the graduating students.
दिल की किताब पे कुछ तो नया लिखो यारो, अनजानों की फिक्र ना करती है उम्र, फिर क्यों भला डरो. है जुनून सजीने में, है जुनून सजीने में, है जुनून.
Thank you. We will now start the proceedings. Mr. Chairman, sir, I request you to declare the convocation open.
I declare the convocation open.
I request the director to present his report.
Honorable Chancellor, Mr. Anil Baijal, Chief Guest, Professor Joachim Frank, Mr. Kiran Karnik, Chairman, Board of Governors, members of the Senate, members of the faculty and staff, invited guests, our well-wishers, and all the graduating students and their family members joining us online. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 9th Convocation of IIIT-Delhi. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Joachim Frank for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest and kindly agreeing to deliver the convocation address. Professor Frank is the 2017 winner of the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for developing cryo-electron microscopy for high-resolution structure determination of biomolecules in solution. I would also like to express my gratitude to Honorable Chancellor for taking out his valuable time and sharing his thoughts on this occasion. In this convocation, we are proud to confer 237 BTech, 203 MTech, 2 MTech dual degrees. Along with these, we are also conferring 12 PhD degrees. Congratulations to all the graduates. This year, we have admitted 222 MTech students in 3 programs with 7 different specializations and 51 PhD students. Undergraduate admissions are underway. Our faculty members are amongst the finest in the country and are internationally recognized. Last year, we added 17 regular faculty members and 5 visiting faculty. The Institute has always been sensitive to the importance of gender diversity, and I'm happy to share that over 33% of the new faculty colleagues are women. Carrying out cutting-edge research is in the institutional DNA of IIIT-Delhi. Last year, our faculty members and students published 370 research papers, including 138 journal papers, 153 conference papers, 65 workshop papers, and 14 books/book chapters. Sponsored projects are critical for augmenting the research culture of the Institute. This year, 35 research projects have been sanctioned with a total approved amount of over 17 crores. We strongly believe that diversity on campus is important, and the Institute has started its own international admissions process for all UG and PG programs. This is in addition to the existing DASA mode of international admissions. To augment our global connect, we have signed MOUs with Arctic University of Norway, University of Cape Town, University of Trinity, and Central Michigan University. IIIT organized an Indo-German spring school on algorithms for big data aimed to train young researchers. As a proactive step for our students, we have started the Academic Writing Lab, which helps our students and researchers to deal with challenges at any stage of academic writing, and also conduct sessions, workshops, and panel discussions on various aspects of research writing. IIIT-D is a research-led teaching institute, and I'm delighted to share that we have started a new Center of Excellence in Healthcare, funded by Delhi Knowledge Development Foundation. The sanctioned amount for the center is Rs 12 crores. The center will catalyze research, education, and entrepreneurial activities in the healthcare space. IIIT-D has always believed in creating and nurturing the spirit of innovation amongst its faculty and students. I'm pleased to share that IIIT-D has been selected for being a host for the Technology Innovation Hub, TIH, under the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems supported by DST. The budget for TIH is approximately Rs 100 crores over 5 years. The Institute will be spearheading research and innovation under the technology vertical, cognitive computing, and social sensing. This project of national importance provides us with a unique opportunity to change the posture of research and innovation, leading to technology development and entrepreneurship in the region. Entrepreneurial thinking is a mindset which goes beyond just starting a business venture. We are happy to share that we have launched a new minor in entrepreneurship at IIIT-D, which will provide a transformational hands-on experience to our students and instill the spirit of entrepreneurship. This is also in line with the third mission of higher education institutes and also the National Education Policy 2020. Regarding strengthening the innovation ecosystem, I'm happy to share that recently we have received a grant of rupees 3 crores from MIT for Technology Incubation and Development of Entrepreneurs TIDE 2.0 Center. The Phase 2 facility of our incubation center has added 90 seats, and we now have a total of 23,000 square feet of space dedicated to entrepreneurial activities. 13 new startups have been onboarded as new incubators in the past year. Among various activities, the second edition of the flagship event, Pitch Cafe 2.0, in association with ECEL and the Institute Innovation Council, was organized with the Honorable Education Minister and Deputy Chief Minister, Shri Manish Sisodia, as the chief guest. I'm delighted to share that IIIT-D hosted the Research, Innovation and Incubation Showcase RISE in January 2020 as a part of its industry outreach activity. This event was a confluence of thought leaders, researchers, and developers who were passionate about bringing new advances in areas related to the 5 key themes: digital health, human-centered design, information security, Internet of Things, and sustainability. Being a state university, IIIT-D is committed to contributing back to the region and be relevant to the community. 3 of our faculty colleagues have been inducted as a part of the Technology Innovation Group formed by the Delhi government. IIIT-D has also contributed towards the efforts of the Delhi government for its war room for COVID-19. The institute is also engaging with Delhi Jal Board for spatio-temporal analysis and the visualization of grievances. Work of one of our faculty colleagues and team was reported in the Guinness Book of World Record under largest ever camera trap wildlife survey. The work done by our faculty members on the hashtag WashKaro application has helped proactively raise awareness about COVID-19 through bite-sized Hindi audios. IIIT-D has started the tradition of hosting an annual conclave with a simple idea: to create a public platform to discuss the use of information technology for sustainable development of the National Capital Region. Our conclave, held in December 2019, had the theme IT and Health for All. The Institute takes pride in developing strong linkages with industry. Recently, we have signed MOUs with TCS Foundation, IBM, Extra Marks, DSCI, Wish Foundation, Wipro, Omidyar Networks, Spinal Injuries Center, Delhi Police, Delhi E-Governance Society, ITC Limited, National Health Authority, and South Delhi Municipal Corporation to carry out research-driven projects. IIIT-D has also been in sync with the needs of the industry in terms of their capacity building. We are planning to start a PG diploma program in collaboration with industry partners such as IBM. The Institute's student placement activities are seeing a robust trend. Most programs have a 96% to 100% placement record. This placement season, a total of 707 offers were made at the Institute, which comprises of 414 full-time job offers and 293 intern offers. There is a significant growth in A+ offers. I'm happy to observe that this year also, a significant number of students have opted for higher education. Our students are going to top overseas universities like University of Sussex, University of Texas at Dallas, CMU, National University of Singapore, EPFL Switzerland, Max Planck School of Cognition, University of Illinois at Chicago, Charles University Prague, Rutgers University, etc. Our students have won various medals and accolades in different sports events and fests. Our team stood first in ACM ICPC India and appeared in World Finals 2020 in Moscow. IIIT-D team is one of the winners of the e-commerce and digital quiz from engineering track at Quizathon 5.0. Our UAV team Aurora secured 6th rank in the 17th edition of the International UAV competition held at the US Navy Air Station Maryland, USA. We also organized the joint sports meet Triquetra in collaboration with DTU and NSUT, which had over 1,200 participants from 60 institutes. I'm proud to share that our students have started a drive for spreading knowledge called Project Roshni, which is a social initiative of donating books to government school students. As a part of Days of Moscow program organized by Delhi government, Russian cosmonaut Sergei Revin, who was awarded the title of Hero of Russian Federation, gave a very interactive lecture at the institute. QS ranked IIIT-D in top 50 in their India Rankings 2020. IIIT-D has been ranked 56 in engineering category by NIRF Rankings 2020. In CS rankings, the institute currently holds 7th overall rank in India. IIIT-D ranked 13th in the category Top Government Colleges for Engineering in 2020 by India Today. The credit goes to faculty members, students, staff, and all the well-wishers of the institute. Before I conclude my annual report, I personally acknowledge the support and encouragement I have received from our chairman, Mr. Karnik, and all the members of Board of Governors. I would also like to acknowledge the proactive support received from the Delhi government. I would like to thank the entire IIIT-D community, the students, the faculty, the staff, for their indomitable spirit, resilience, and their cooperation in the face of this unprecedented situation arising out of coronavirus pandemic. Our faculty members and staff have worked very hard to ensure that there is minimum disruptions to academics and services during these difficult times. I'm happy to share that IIIT-D is one of the first institutes in Delhi to have planned and successfully closed the winter semester despite the pandemic scenario. We have also gathered feedback from our students, which has enabled us to plan the next semester, which is currently underway in a completely online mode. The closure of the semester in a timely manner enabled our final year students to join their jobs or go for higher studies, and our third year students to take up their internship offers in time. Finally, dear graduating students, on behalf of IIIT Delhi, I congratulate each one of you for your hard work and for your achievements. Due to the ongoing pandemic, the academic year did not end the way it was planned, and the coming months are likely to throw more challenges at you. In fact, the pandemic has shown how fragile the world is. The experience that you have gained today will become a part of who you are and how you face challenges in the future. Please remember, every crisis is also an opportunity. And let these difficult times fuel your creativity rather than dampen it. I encourage you to ride the change using your talent and the skills that you've learned here. I have no doubt that you will continue to impress us with your achievements in years to come. Today, you enter a world that needs not only your talent, but also your insight, your courage, and your compassion. Plan to invent the future. Our best wishes are with you, and I'm sure you will make us and the country proud. Jai Hind. Honorable Chancellor Sir, I request you to deliver your address, please. Due to unforeseen circumstances, Honorable Chancellor is not able to deliver his speech in person. We are reading out his message on his behalf. It gives me immense pleasure to be a part of the 9th Convocation, which is being held as a virtual convocation of the Institute. I share my happiness with the graduating students on this solemn occasion and congratulate all the graduates, especially those who have achieved distinction for their meritorious and exemplary performance. Your success is indeed the result of your dedication and hard work. I would also credit the parents and teachers who have played an important role in your success. I also congratulate the PhD scholars who are acquiring their degrees today. There are 237 undergraduates, 203 postgraduates, 2 with dual degree, and 12 PhD scholars graduating this year. I'm happy to say that in a relatively short time, IIIT Delhi, which was set up as a state university by an act of government of Delhi to carry out research and development, has earned an excellent reputation in India and abroad for being a center of quality education and research in IT and interdisciplinary areas. The institute has earned a name for itself within the country and abroad. In the recent survey of India Today, it was ranked 13th among the top government engineering colleges and ranked 4th among the cleanest higher educational institutions in the country in the category of residential technical universities by IICTE. In QS ranking, IIIT Delhi is in top 50 in their India ranking for 2020. In addition, the NIRF has ranked the university as 56th spot, and similarly the DataQuest has ranked the university at 6th spot in the country and 2nd in the state. The institute is ranked 7th in the country by CS ranking on the basis of publications from 2008 till now. The institute attracts the brightest minds because of its reputation in academic excellence and research. In the field of research, it is a matter of pride to know that the faculty and students of the institute have received various awards and fellowships from the industry giants such as Facebook, Google, IBM, etc. The faculty of the institute has also received Prime Minister Fellowship and Ramalingaswamy Fellowship and many more recognitions. It has started a Center of Excellence in Healthcare, which is contributing to COVID-related research. On the academic front, the institute has started new courses for working professionals. It has started Professor of Practice positions to attract faculty with rich industry experience and other initiatives to enhance the technical skills of the students. Your institute was one among the few to migrate to online semester in the shadow of the pandemic. IIIT Delhi has been promoting innovation. It has set up an Institute Innovation Council to foster the culture of innovation. The academic curriculum has also included a minor in entrepreneurship and created a seed fund for student-led startups. I am glad to know that your institute has already over 15 startups on campus and the number is increasing. Besides teaching programs and research, this institute is also committed to sustainable development goals. The IIIT-D Annual Conclave for IT Leaders is one of the initiatives in this regard. The work done by the faculty regarding largest ever camera trap wildlife survey, which made it to the Guinness Book of World Record, is praiseworthy. The Institute's effort in fighting COVID-19 by contributing to Delhi COVID-19 War Room in terms of analytics and projections is indeed praiseworthy. It developed a COVID-19 misinformation detection system to stop the spread of fake news and also helped in developing an app for Delhi government for checking and analyzing the real-time availability of hospital beds and other resources. Dear young graduates, this is a moment of pride for you and your alma mater. Your hopes and expectations shall be fulfilled sooner or later as the wheel of time moves on. Great packages, good lifestyle, a happy and prosperous life is everyone's wish. But that does not make you a unique or a remarkable person. What makes you unique is the spark that you carry within. This spark is your inner voice and you must nourish it so that one day it helps you overcome the limitations of the mind. With these words, I conclude, but not before wishing you all the very best for your future journey and accomplishments. May the God Almighty bless you with good health, happiness, and long life. Mr. Chairman, sir, I request you to deliver your address and introduce the chief guest.
Sri Anil Bajal, Chancellor and Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, Professor Joachim Frank, Nobel Laureate, our chief guest for this event, Professor Ranjan Bose, Director of the Institute, and all others from the IIIT-D family. Invited ladies and guests, good morning and welcome. Welcome to this rather special event being held in extraordinary circumstances and therefore being done in some ways in an extraordinary way. I first want to say how grateful I am and how delighted I am at the work put in by the faculty and the staff to put together this event, as I said, in difficult circumstances. And I do hope that all of you who are participating are able to see it and hear everything clearly and are going to enjoy the event. As I start, let me first congratulate all those who are graduating today. It is indeed a very special day for them, and a proud day for all of us from the Institute. This is a milestone in your lives and one that is indeed a very, very important one. In many places in the world, this day is known as Commencement Day. And that's an apt expression because in many ways, this is the commencement of a new phase, a new part of your journey. Yet, it is not the destination, it is not the end of your learning journey. And I do want to start by stressing this to the graduating students today. I know this is a cliche, but I want to repeat it all the same. And especially so in today's world, the fact is that learning continuously, what used to be known as lifelong learning, is a must, more today than ever, because the world is changing rapidly, technology is changing, and indeed the context is changing. Therefore, do look at this not as a destination of your learning journey, but as a way stop, a place with a genesis and a start for a new phase of a journey which is ongoing. This is going to take you forward in a big way, and I know that the last few months have indeed been difficult in all aspects for all of us, and also for those who are graduating today. I'm proud that our institute is one of the few which was able to close the semester very promptly and in a very good way. And I do want to congratulate all the faculty for having taken efforts to do this, and indeed the students for their efforts and their diligence in making sure that not only did we close the semester, but that we did so keeping in mind and keeping the tradition of the rigorous and careful way in which the institute makes sure that you have learned what you need to learn, and that you, when you go out of here, we put you out there into the world outside with all the tools, all the knowledge, and all the understanding that you would need as you start on the next phase. This has, as I said, been difficult times for all of us. And I'm very happy that the Institute has taken the initiative in many ways to contribute to taking care of various aspects of the COVID epidemic, both within the Institute, which has required great effort on the part of the director and the faculty, but also contributing very importantly to the community outside by our efforts in making sure that we provide solutions of various kinds, both on the software side and in many of the studies and analysis that has been done and our work with the Delhi government. One interesting outcome from the Institute point of view of this work and our earlier work has been that we have this year just created a new Center of Excellence in Health. The director mentioned this in his report, and I'm very happy that it has taken off, and indeed the Delhi Knowledge and Development Foundation and the Delhi government have very promptly and immediately triggered this. It is indeed appropriate in today's circumstances that we create such a center. The Institute has gone from strength to strength in the last few years, and again the director elaborated on some of this in his report. We are very happy with where we have reached, but we've got a long journey ahead. And in this, we count a great deal, not only on the faculty, which is our key, biggest, and most proud resource, but also on our alumni and the students, who are the ones who, in the marketplace at the end of the day, create and help to sustain the reputation of the Institute. As those of you who go out today into jobs or higher learning elsewhere, we are counting on you to take forward this message, to be the ambassadors of the Institute and to make the Institute proud of you, just as you are proud of this Institute. It is the work that you do in the years ahead that will embellish the brand and the standing and the reputation of the IIIT. Our alumni have already created a certain brand. We have a very good standing, we have a good reputation, and we have done well in the rankings of various kinds. Rankings don't tell you everything, but they are not unimportant. And I think the message has been loud and clear that we have made very good progress. As I said, we've got a long way to go. The journey has just begun for the Institute. It's yet a young institute as far as institutes go. We've just completed just over a decade, and that's young for an institute. And I'm very happy that in a short space of time, we've been able to achieve a great deal. As you embark on your journey today, all those who are graduating, you're moving into a world, as I said earlier, which is rapidly changing. But in the last few months, it has seen even more of a transition. There are new challenges, there are new difficulties, there are new concerns, but there are also huge new opportunities. And I'm confident that in your years at the Institute, you have been well equipped to be able to handle these and to convert every challenge into an opportunity, to convert every problem into looking for and finding a solution, to overcome every difficulty that faces you. This is the way ahead, and we are sure that you will be able to do this. In this context, I do want to also mention that we have been constantly learning within the Institute. We have moved from completely being physically delivering courses to taking on much more work online. This may well be a part of the future on an ongoing basis, even after we are done with, and I hope soon, the whole COVID epidemic. The whole blend of combining online with actual physical presence in courses seems to be a likely way ahead for education in general. And our faculty has now developed great knowledge and expertise in this. I mention this to the graduating students because one of the things we do want to do in the years ahead is to see what kind of courses we can do for updating and upgrading skills of those who are in service, already working. And here's an opportunity for the alumni both to participate and to upgrade their own learning and skills, but possibly, and I do hope many of you will do this, to also contribute to this by helping us to create some of the new content, because it has to be a collaborative effort between the faculty, the academia, and industry, which really knows what is immediately required. That is certainly one of the important things as we go ahead. Today, we graduate over 450 of you. And this is indeed, as I said, for the Institute, a very happy and proud moment. It's a moment also for each of you who graduate to think back, to recall the very happy times and memories that you've had here, but also to look ahead and to introspect for a moment and see where your journey takes you. We are confident that you've imbibed not just knowledge, not just learning, but also a fair degree of empathy, understanding, and wisdom in relation to the community around you. This is an important part of what we try to do, to make sure that all of you who go out into the world beyond the IIIT-D carry with you an empathetic and caring mindset for all your fellow human beings, and that your contribution not only to your institution, to your organization, to your company, but also to the community as a whole is substantial and something that you, and indeed we, can be proud about. I want to tell graduating students that we've always said the world around you is changing, and our aim is to equip you not just in the knowledge and understanding and learning to deal with today's technology, but to imbibe in you a sense of learning how to learn, how to grasp new things, how to look at new areas, new disciplines, new things that come up as you go ahead. And keep this in mind as you take, as I said, the next phase of your journey, where you will be faced with completely new things, new challenges, new technologies, new situations, new problems. And your ability to learn, not just from what you picked up at the Institute, but to learn from your own experience, your own knowledge, and then to take that and digest it and introspect on it will be the one that carries you forward in a big way. One of the things we have taken pride in the Institute is our focus on innovation and entrepreneurship. Your director has been particularly a great enthusiast and mover of this. And I'm very happy that our Center for Incubation and Innovation has taken off. We have a seed fund, particularly to fund startups by students. We now have over 15 startups already in the Institute, and I'm sure that this will go forward. I mention this today because some of you who graduate today may want to come back and create a new startup. And we are here to look at how we can work with you, to possibly host you, to help you take forward your dream. We would strongly encourage a sense of entrepreneurship, starting your own company or your own enterprise, but also entrepreneurship within where you are in an institution, whether it be a company or a university. Can you be entrepreneurial? Can you be innovative? And I think that is both an interesting challenge and one which you should take up as you go ahead. I want to share these few thoughts with you on today's great day. But before I end, I do want to mention that when I said the IIIT family in the beginning, I meant not just the faculty and staff who are the key and ongoing components of the institute, but also all the alumni, all the students, and very importantly, their families, their guardians, who are the ones who have helped them go through this. We consider them all a part of our family. I'm also grateful to other components of our family, the Senate in particular, which guides us in all academic matters, and of course, our board. My colleagues on the board have provided invaluable inputs, insights, and guidance from time to time, and have helped the institute to come to where it is. I do also want to mention, and this is well known, the ongoing role of the government of Delhi. The Delhi government has been very strongly supportive, has helped us in all possible ways, and continues to do so. And we've had a great relationship which will get stronger over time as we move forward. Finally, I want to once again wish the students who are graduating today the very best as they move forward, to tell them that this is a time today to enjoy yourselves, to celebrate, to reflect on your achievements, and to look at where you are. And as you go forward into your journey, do remember that the Institute is here. You're part of the family. Feel free to come back, just visit here, contribute in whatever way you can, and take from here whatever you can. Do stay in touch. And once again, my best wishes to all of you. As I end, it's now my pleasure and indeed a proud privilege to introduce to you and welcome to the dais Professor Joachim Frank from Columbia University, Nobel Prize winner for 2017 in chemistry, and Professor Bose already mentioned a little bit about him. I don't want to take more time to dwell on his numerous achievements and the great work that he's been doing. We look forward, Professor Frank, to having you with us physically one of these days fairly soon. But meanwhile, thank you for being with us today, and I invite you now to share your thoughts with us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Chairman of the Board of Governors, Honorable Director of the Institute, distinguished members of the Senate and deans of the schools, dear graduating students, parents, and guests. It gives me great pleasure to follow Director Dr. Bose's invitation and address you at this very important event, albeit remotely and not in real time. In January of this year, I was chief guest at the Convocation of the Indian Statistical Institute in Kolkata, and afterwards had the opportunity to personally meet with faculty, students, and parents. This visit now seems years ago, since the intervening events have had an effect on the flow and the perception of time. These are events that are having a pronounced effect on the world we live in. Addressing students at this important milestone in their career as scientists and engineers now in September 2020 feels quite different from addressing them at the beginning of this year, simply because, as it is dawning on all of us across the globe, the world we live in has changed in a profound way. I do not have to go through the long list of changes, as we surely all have been following the galloping news on a daily basis. We have two choices: despair at the overwhelming chaos in the wake of the pandemic, or take it as an opportunity to rethink in a radical way the state of affairs and the way things should be run. As someone who has experienced utter chaos once before at the beginning of his life during World War II, and then experienced the return to civil order, decency, and prosperity in Germany, my country of birth, I'm biased toward the second choice. This brings me to a vision that I had in March of this year when the reality of the virus first struck in the United States. Chrysalis, or pupa, stands for an intermediate state in the life of an insect, such as a butterfly, a state of metamorphosis in which all components of the previous incarnation are scrambled to be put to a different use. All organs of the caterpillar are dissolved into viscous protoplasm, or on the molecular scale, into a large quantity of reusable modules, which are contained like a soup in a hard-skinned kitten box that allows them to be reshuffled, reused, and rebuilt into something totally different. Baby butterfly wings, sometimes visible from the outside, are being built right inside the middle of the soup from the components that were part of the caterpillar. From all that chaos, eventually the imago assembles, the final adult form of the insect. The process is amazing all in itself as a self-organized, self-propelled process of life. It particularly fascinates me as a structural biologist who has spent his life looking at some of the pieces at high resolution with the electron microscope. But the process is also useful as a powerful metaphor, as a recipe for bringing about change. I call it the Chrysalis Project. The term chrysalis applied to world affairs would likewise entail a complete reordering and reassembling using all material that existed before, but this time using it smartly. And instead of a revolution starting from scratch, as it were, we ideally would have a smooth, negotiated transition from the deplorable state of affairs we had before to a rational adult world order, where resources are shared by all of humanity and decisions are made by some kind of a mechanism that gives everybody who cares an equal voice. What are the reusable modules swimming around in the chrysalis soup in this metaphor? Well, we have advanced 21st century technology. We have human resources, brilliant minds. Most importantly, we have people across the globe who overwhelmingly favor peace over divisive strife and warfare among nations. But what would be the mechanism for creating this magic smooth transition? Perhaps here we need the help of political scientists to elaborate on this vision. At the outset, the idea poses a conundrum. All current government authorities would have to yield to some higher authority that everybody agrees on for implementing a new world order in the crucible of chrysalis. But at the moment this is achieved, that authority would have to withdraw and disperse and let the process it had set in motion finish and flourish until the imago, the adult butterfly world, emerges. I'm not alone with such ideas of renewal. Coincidentally, as I was starting to think along the lines of chrysalis metaphor, I was contacted by Professor Aurélien Bourreau, an astrophysicist at the Grenoble Alpes University in Switzerland. He asked me and 200 other scientists, intellectuals, and artists to sign a plea not to go back to business as usual. My signature put me in the illustrious company of Robert De Niro, Madonna, and Kate Blanchett. The piece was published by Le Monde on May 6 under the title, A Call Not to Go Back. Here's a quotation. Along with the urgency of renewing with the politics of social equity, we believe it is unthinkable to go back to normal. The radical transformation we need at all levels demands boldness and courage. It will not take place without a massive and determined commitment. We must act now. It is as much a matter of survival as of dignity and coherence. When you applied for admission to this institute and subsequently when you got accepted, you undoubtedly had dreams about a particular career among a wide range of careers, or you cherished the idea of being able to choose at the time of graduation. With your knowledge, expertise, and certified credentials that you expected to receive today, the world would be wide open to you. Now, as a consequence of the pandemic, some of these career choices have come to naught because the economy has changed. Other priorities have emerged that demand training in different trades. And travel restrictions may have created unsurmountable barriers. Yet, on the other hand, entirely new choices are opening up in unexpected ways. As we all must take the pandemic as a wake-up call for the necessity of global cooperation, you all need to realize that your choice of career is a point where you can make a difference, a point that requires careful thought about your place in the world community and your aspirations as a responsible human being. We don't need more weapons. What we need is technology that eases or eliminates human suffering from poverty, malnutrition, and disease. As you may know, the technology I helped create decades ago now gives us atomic structures of viruses and knowledge on a host of other molecular structures that helps in combating disease. We don't need software that accelerates trading in financial futures and further contributes to the lopsided distribution of wealth. What we need is a way to extend credit to thousands of people that want to make a living as independent farmers or small business entrepreneurs. We need smart engineering solutions to the water crisis worldwide. And most important of all, we need to address the challenge of global warming, the crisis that increasingly makes this planet uninhabitable. These are all goals that I firmly believe are achievable with today's technology and manpower, but they require intelligent and honest leadership, goodwill, mutual trust, and worldwide cooperation on a scale that has not existed before. I have a strong sense that with few exceptions, the new generation, your generation, has a new mindset that is bewildered by the concept of nation states, confused by their artificial borders and visa travel restrictions, and appalled by the quarrels they have inherited from generations before. Softening these boundaries, easing these restrictions, quenching these quarrels, and building a new world cooperatively will come quite naturally to you. I would like to conclude on a more personal note. The most important gift you have received from your school, as I received from mine some 50 years ago, is the gift of analytical, independent, critical thinking. The fact that a majority of people shares a certain belief doesn't make it right. Science history is full of cases where a single individual was right and everyone else was wrong. History itself is full of examples where people uncritically followed leaders into the abyss. You should employ this gift of critical thinking in every situation where your instinct tells you, wait a moment, something is wrong here. As a physicist, I'm used to checking sum of digits in a calculation or check of dimension in an equation. It is a habitual fact-checking routine of the mind. In the same vein, I want you to make fact and rationality and ethics checks routinely as you go out into this new complicated world, a world that we will have to jointly rebuild for the survival of the coming generations. With this, I wish to congratulate you for all your achievements for which you are being honored today. I congratulate your parents, many of whom will be here today, for having a daughter or son to be proud of on this very special day. I wish you all the best.
We request Chairman Senate to admit the students for the various degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the chairman of the Senate of the Indraprastha Institute of Information Technology, Delhi, I hereby admit the duly qualified candidates listed in the scroll for the respective degrees and charge them to prove worthy of the same.
The following 12 PhD students have duly qualified with degree dates December 2019 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Monica Gupta, thesis title Improving Software Maintenance Ticket Resolution Using Process Mining. Supervisors Professor Pankaj Jalote and Dr. Alexander Sarabny. Dr. Jyoti, thesis title Deep Transform Learning. Supervisor Dr. Anshul Majumdar. Dr. Ambuj Mehersh, thesis title Estimation and Concealment of Forensic Multimedia Signatures. Supervisor Dr. A.V. Subramaniam. Dr. Milan Jain, thesis title Data Driven Thermostats for Feedback, Comfort and Reliability. Supervisors Dr. Amarjit Singh and Dr. Vikas Chandan. Dr. N. Nalla Anand Kumar, thesis title Design, Implementation and Analysis of Efficient Hardware-Based Security Primitives. Supervisors Dr. Somit Kumar Sanadh, Dr. Muhammad S. Hashmi. Dr. Shaili Vishwakarma, thesis title Learning Algorithms for Microdoppler Radar-Based Detection, Classification and Imaging of Humans in Indoor Environments. Supervisor Dr. Shobha Sundaram. Dr. Parikshit Maini, thesis title Path Planning Algorithms for Single and Multiple Mobile Robot Systems. Supervisor Dr. P.B. Sujit. Dr. Gade Narayan Sri Harsha, thesis title Efficient Communication in Heterogeneous Architectures. Supervisor Dr. Sujoy Dev. Dr. Devashish Gosain, thesis title A Quest for Cyber High Ground Impact of Internet Structure on Anti-Censorship. Supervisor Dr. Sambuddho Chakravarti. Dr. Rahul Gangopadhyay, thesis title Rectilinear Crossing Number of Uniform Hypergraphs. Supervisors Dr. Sashwat Sanigrahi and Dr. Anuradha Sharma. Dr. Dinesh Rano, thesis title Conceptualization, Analysis and Design of Miniaturized EBG Surfaces and Antenna for W-band Applications. Supervisor Dr. M.S. Hashmi. Dr. Megha Gaur, thesis title Demand Side Management for Sustainable Energy. Supervisor Dr. Anshul Majumdar. The Chancellor's Medal and other medals have been awarded to the following. Chancellor's Gold Medal for the best academic performance of all graduating students in all BTech programs has been awarded to the following students of the Computer Science and Engineering. Raghav Sood, Shravika Mittal. Best academic performance in BTech Electronics and Computer Engineering is awarded to Raghav Goyal. Best academic performance in BTech Computer Science and Applied Mathematics is awarded to Pulkit Madan. All-round performance medal for the overall performance in circular and extracurricular activities in the BTech Computer Science and Engineering program is awarded to Tanish Gupta. All-round performance medal for the overall performance in curricular and extracurricular activities in the BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering program is awarded to Raghav Goyal. All-round performance medal for the overall performance in curricular and extracurricular activities in the BTech Computer Science and Applied Mathematics program is awarded to Abhishek Agrawal. Gold medal for excellent academic performance in the MTech programs is awarded to following students: Aditya Khandelwal, Prateek Singh. I request Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering and Computational Biology to announce the names of the MTech candidates of their respective programs.
Following 86 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates December 2019, May 2020, and August 2020 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering. Tavishi Sagwal, Arjun Malhotra, Jasmeet Kaur, Khushbu Chitre, Ayush Gupta, Devashi Chaudhary, Harsh Kumar Jain, Ritvik Mitra, Sakshi Garg, Trisha Datta, Amrit Mohan Kaushik, Arjun Tyagi, Dhruv Kaushik, Mansi Goyal, Yashashvi Khanna, Ashi Jain, Kesnupalli Radha Krishna Srivastava, Aditya Mittal, Akanksha Malhotra, Akash Gosai, Akshat Joshi, Akshay Gupta, Alvin Day, Angha Tripathi, Ankita Dagar, Anku Gupta, Ankur Pandey, Arushi Jain, Dravita Saxena, Himanshi Singh, Himanshu Sandriyal, Kanika Mittal, Kavalpreet Kaur Malhotra, Nihit Jain, Pankaj Gupta, Pranay Raj Anand, Shrey Bande, Minakshi Mendola, Nitin Bhagwat, Rajat Mahe, Sarosh Hassan, Shubhika, Vikas Kumar Pandey, Yadav Khushbu Sahinder Singh, Chirag Mudgal, Deepak Kumar Yadav, Divya Garg, Divanshu Sandriyal, Gitika Chhabda, Gurpreet Singh, Kshitij Srivastava, Nehal Sharma, Sarika Chaudhary, Soumya Sharma, Sahil Nisar Ahmed Sehnaz, Shishir Singhal, Sudatta Bhattacharya, Sujay Raj, Sukanya Baranwal, Chaudhary Mohit Ghanshyam, Malia Arif Yasvi, Neha Gupta, Niharika Arora, Sheikh Subhani, Anksha Trivedi, Ayush Jain, Abhay Agarwal, Abhishek Srivastava, Ankriti R. Sachan, Gaurav Joshi, Parikh Harsh Virender Kumar, Krishna Bagadia, Nikhil Gola, Palla Akhil Kumar, Piyush Dhyani, Rohan Gurve, Sakshi Arora, Sanjuti Kundu, Shubhangi Srivastava, Yogesh Pandey, Pramit Bhattacharya, Puru Katuria, Rajita Bhaktandani, Shubham Kumar, Swagtam Chakrabarti, Piyush Kumar. Congress to all. Following 19 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates May 2020 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Data Engineering. Abhinav Gupta, Anshul Jha, Aarti Singh, Ayushman Kaur, Charu, Ishita Mutreja, Nancy Jain, Neha Goyal, Nikhil Mehta, Rachita Nayyar, Samyak Jain, Shahameet Harshad Bhai, Tanya Gautam, Udit Pant, Ashish Jain, Sipon Pradhan, Shubham Gupta, Sutappa Mandal, Vani Kaushik. Congress to all. Following 11 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates May 2020 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering with specialization in Artificial Intelligence. Anuparna Dev, Dinesh Bajaj, Mayank Chauhan, Ridha Juneja, Romharsh Gupta, Shakshi Makkad, Saru Barar, Saswati Hajra, Shubham Singhal, Ashish Sethi, Pakka William Scott. Congress to all.
Following 15 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates May 2020 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Sana Ali Naqvi, Akash Tyagi, Anchal Kumari, Ashish Kumar Seth, Bandana Prasad, Firaj Hussain, Praveen Kumar Singh, Priyanka Kandpal, Ravi Kumar Gupta, Robinson Devasya, Sagar Gupta, Shashank Neeraj Dwivedi, Shubham Saha, Videkar Juili Sunil Rao, Vanishka Vats. Following 20 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates December 2019, May 2020 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in Communication and Signal Processing. Sagar Jain, Abhilasha Srivastava, Abhishek Goyal, Abhishek Gupta, Arunav Datta, Gaurav Singh, K. Aditi, Kanika Sharma, Kunwar Zaid, Manvi Agarwal, Mehul Narang, Neha Pathak, Rajat Gandhi, Rishika Pandey, Viraj Pandey, Vivek Prakash, Yatin Sharma, Majri Venugopal, Piyush Srivastava, Purnika Singh. Following 36 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates May 2020 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering with specialization in VLSI and Embedded Systems. Akash Sharma, Aditya Khandelwal, Akshay Balaji, Aman Vyas, Anuj Podar, Aparna Mishra, Aisha Yadav, Devyanshu Mithil, Ehtisham Ahmad Khan, Fiza Akhtar, Goti Dawar Vrajlal, Jasmine Kaur, Jitendra Yadav, Kamakshi Pandey, Karan Rawat, Madineni Durga Praveen, Manshi Agrawal, Mohammad Arich, Nirupama Gupta, Pratik Singh, Khare Sandeep, Sheikh Tausif Hassan, Shivam Agarwal, Shivam Sharma, Shubhesh Tatwadarshi, Surabhi Vikas Rukmangat, Tushar Bansal, Vaibhav Verma, Vaishali Jain, Kumari Anjali, Sapna Sharma, Shivani Mamodia, Shuchi Nagaria, Spurti Achin, Sparshti Dosar, Sugandha Bajaj. Following candidate has duly qualified with degree dates May 2020 and August 2020 to receive the dual degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering. Mayank Kumar Phal. Following candidate has duly qualified with degree dates May 2020 and August 2020 to receive the dual degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering with specialization in VLSI and Embedded Systems. Vikas Vikram Singh.
Following 16 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates December 2019 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Master of Technology in Computational Biology. Nikita Gupta, Subhra Agrawal, Abhijit Raj, Anjali Walia, Divya Sarma, Josna Mehra, Neha Jha, Neha Misra, Siddhant Kalra, Vaibhav Mittal, Ayush Garg, Dipti Batra, Diksha Sapra, Princy Yadav, Sanket Suhas Deshpande, Vikram Kumar.
I request heads of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Electronics and Communication Engineering, and Mathematics to announce the names of the BTech candidates of their respective departments.
Following 29 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates December 2019 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering with honors. Siddharth Sundar, Ayush Agarwal, Abhishek Maiti, Aman Roy, Ashdeep Singh Chugh, Arushi Chauhan, Deepak M. Srivastav, Divangi Agarwal, Harsh Pathak, Kshitij Jain. Madhu Tandon, Meet Arora, Meghna Gupta, Nihesh Anderson K, Piyush Gupta, Pragya Prakash, Shagun Uppal, Shivin Das, Sharvika Mittal, Suryatej Reddy Vyala, Sushant Kumar Singh, Vedanta Bhatia, Viresh Gupta, Yash Tomar, Mehak Gupta, Tejas Gupta, Bani Leen Kaur Johli, Raghav Sood, Sorbhi S. Nath. Congress to all. Following 104 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates December 2019, May 2020 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering. Uday Chopra, Kshitij Kishore, Nikki Kumar, Vedant, Abhijit Singh, Aryaman Dobal, Ashutosh Kumar, Dipanshu Dabas, Divansh Arora, Gurek Singh, Hemant Rete, Jay Luthra, Mayank Kumar, Nitin Yadav, Piyush Chaudhary, Priya Raj Purohit, Raghav Jain, Sanidhya Dayya, Saurabh Kumar, Suresh Salesh Mehta, Umesh, Utsav Rohila, Amir Tufil Ahmed, Abhimanyu Singh Chaudhary, Abhishek Gupta, Adarsh Kumar Chaudhary, Ahilya Sinha, Alka Bharti, Anmol Prasad, Anubhav Chaudhary, Anubhav Jaiswal, Anushika Verma, Apurv Khattar, Arnav Kumar, Aryan Anand, Ashish Kansotia, Ashish Rana, Ashwat Kumar, Ayushman Pandita, Chaitanya Agarwal, Chandan Kumar Prajapati, Deepak Kurian, Deepak Malik, Devarasetti Sai Krishna Vamshi, Dushant Jangra, Gagandeep Singh Raith, Ganrela Jayant Krishna Yadav, Gyanesh Anand, Harshit Anand, Harshit Panwar, Jigme Lobsang Lipcha, Kanav Bhagat. Kanika Saini, Kostu Vals, Khyati Seth, Lavina Jain, Manish Mahalwal, Mudit Garg, Niket Singh, Nikhil Sachdeva, Nile Sanghvi, Palash Agarwal, Paridhi Lohan, Prateek Jain, Pratyush Kaushal, Raghav Bhatia, Rahul Garg, Rahul Kumar, Rahul Lavaria, Raj Kamal Yadav, Richa Goswami, Ritu Kumari, Riya Sinha, Sahib Singh Ratan, Sahil Angral, Sahil Ved, Saksham Vohra, Satyam Verma, Shubham Sagar, Shvetang Shrey, Siddharth Dhawan, Simran Deol, Sneha Sinha, Suhavi, Suraj Parthik Kumar, Shushmin Saha, Suyash Singh, Tanish Gupta, Tanya Gupta, Tanya Raj, Utkarsh Khokhar, Vikas Tanwar, Vineet Kumar Rana, Vipan Kumar, Vipul Saini, Vishal Undar Rao, Yajur Ahuja, Yashit Maheshwari, Joha Hamid, Dhruv Bhagat, Aditya Singh, Siddharth Yadav, Vasu Gupta, Vishal Singh. Congratulations to all. Thank you.
Following 5 candidates have duly qualified with degree date August 2020 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering with honors. Akshat Singh, Anushka Bandari, Sarthak Bhagat, Sarthak Goyal, Snehal Gupta. Following 62 candidates have duly qualified with degree dates December 2019 and August 2020 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communications Engineering. Yogesh Kumar, Sambhav Malhotra, Anubhav Chaudhary, D.N. Vasisht, Karan Dabas, Nishant Rana, Palaksh Pathak, Rajan Girsa, Shivam Pal, Vidisha Verma, Aditya Agarwal, Anand Sharma, Anil Kumar, Ankur Rastogi, Anukriti Yadav, Anurag Srivastava, Arshan Zaman, Aryan Singh, Asim Saini, Bhumanyu Varshni, Daksh Chaturvedi, Deepanshu Badshah, Dilnawaz Ashraf, Harsh Baronia, Harshit Chaudhary, Isha Kalra, Jay Mahajan, Kanha Srivastav, Lakshya Singh, Lokender Singh, Madhav Thakkar, Manav Baisoya, Manika Garg, Mayank Rawal, Mrinal Paliwal, Mudit Goyal, Mukul Chabra, Munish Takral, Nakul Ramanathan, Naman Kumar, Navneet Anand Sa, Neelabhru Roy, Nitish Kumar Atal, Pankaj, Raghav Goyal, Rahul Saini, Rahul Yogendra Roy, Rajat Kumar Singh, Rishin Rakesh Lal, Sahil Yadav, Sajag Agarwal, Sejal Kumar, Shailja Bhatt, Sharmishta Swasti Gupta, Shaurya Goyal, Shivam Agarwal, Shivam Singh, Shubham Sati, Suraj Kumar, Urvi Shraddha, Utkarsh Belwal, Vishal Huda.
I'm pleased to announce that the following 11 candidates have duly qualified with degree date August 2020 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Applied Mathematics with honors. Abhishek Agarwal, Arpit Bhatia, Manvi Goel, Navda Agarwal, Pankhuri Kasliwal, Pranav Jain, Prisha, Pulkit Madan, Satvik Jain, Siddharth Jain, Swati Gaba. I'm pleased to announce that the following 26 candidates have duly qualified with degree date August 2020 to receive the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Applied Mathematics. Varun Ramanathan, Anvit Mangal, Sridhar Govil, Akash Tanwar, Anmol Agarwal, Anshul Gupta, Arnav Kumar, Ashutosh Sharma, Avneet Kaur, Bhaskar Varma, Deepanshu Kumain, Rithik Chopra, Ishan Basi, Lakshya Bansal, Mayank Serawat, Mo Bharti, Mohammad Sharik Ansari, Usaid Rehman Nazir, Rajat Bansal, Sahil Yadav, Sanchit Malhotra, Shailesh Kumar Jha, Pai Sharan Sanjay, Shubhi Jain, Shuryansh Mata, Vrinda Mittal. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Let the record of the degrees be presented to the chairman for signature. Let the oath be administered.
I hereby pledge
I hereby pledge
that it shall be my constant endeavor
that it shall be my constant endeavor
to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of my duties as engineer and scientist,
in the discharge of my duties as engineer and scientist,
to uphold the dignity of the individual
to uphold the dignity of the individual
and the integrity of the profession,
and the integrity of the profession,
to utilize my knowledge of technology and science for the glory of the institute and in the service of the country
and in the service of the country
and mankind at large.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I request you to declare the convocation closed.
Now, before we close, I want to once again convey my best wishes to all the graduating students. I now declare the convocation closed.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे